if they do a fashion show, that it has to be the first step. But like I told you, really a dream can become a nightmare. So it's, our work is extremely professional things, and you have to know how to manage it.
Все же много было сказано про то, что все меняется, и правила, старые правила больше не действуют, но все-таки, наверное, это не так. Есть какие-то правила. То есть дизайнер, для того, чтобы состояться как дизайнер, как бренд, он все равно должен следовать неким фундаментальным вещам, которые не изменяются никогда. Дизайнер все-таки должен, если он хочет быть очень коммерчески успешным, создавать коллекции. Сейчас по 6 коллекций можно создавать большим брендом Vogue, чтобы быть большими брендами коммерчески успешными. Может быть, очень часто молодые дизайнеры пропускают сезон, потому что музыка не посетила, вдохновение не пришло, и дизайнер пропускает сезон и делает свободную коллекцию в год. Допустимо ли это? Все равно существуют какие-то ведь правила и шаги, которые обязательно нужно делать в бизнесе. Понятно, что появилось очень много дополнительных инструментов для того, чтобы этот бизнес развивать, и можно креативить, фантазировать как угодно, но все равно есть вот эти правила, которые нужно следовать.
I don't, but that's my view. I think, I mean, let's break it down. Why do we need 6 seasons a year? We need them because we get sick of fashion, yes, because we consume fashion similar to junk food, because we eat fashion, we wear things and we throw them away again. In the UK, on average, people wear items 4 times and throw them away. Young people these days don't recognize the value in fashion anymore. They think it's okay to buy a pair of shoes at 19 euros, and they don't question how and where things have been made. So these are really important things that we need to keep in mind. What do 6 or 8 seasons do? They fuel this machine that Mauro was talking about. Do we need the machine? No, we don't need it. And I think young designers should not play that game because it is an outdated game, and we have in some way been preaching this for years. Now finally this year, some of the bigger brands like Burberry and Tom Ford have said they will no longer show at fashion weeks, and they will do just one main collection and you can buy it right away. Is this the future? I'm not sure, because of course the whole supply chain needs to be looked at, and supply chain really means where does the fabric come from, and then we look at all the rest of the process. We need to look at manufacturing, we need to look at the ethical and the environmental consequences that our shopping behavior at the moment causes, and young designers, I think we have a responsibility in there that we say, let's go back to buying pieces that we really love, that we want to keep. These are the things that I think will continue to prevail, and I think this is so important for emerging designers. This is where they have the opportunity. Because if you buy a piece from a young designer, you will keep this for the rest of your life. It's an investment. And that is the behavior that we see on our website as well. Our return rate, for example, if you compare the return rate, so the amount of pieces that are sent back on online shops these days are around 40 to 50%. So people buy and return things. If you buy something on Zalando, you can buy them, wear them, and send them back again. So this is a sort of consumption of fashion that people are being in some way taught. And it is not right. Our return rate on our website is 3%. So you can imagine what type of customer we have. We have people who want to invest and support designers because they know their money goes into the pocket of a young designer. With all due respect, I think it's Fashion Week organizers want to have 6 or 8 seasons because it's great to organize more events and create more of this machine. But do we need the machine? Do the designers need to be part of this machine? It's a big no from my side, and we will continue to creating systems that in some way will decelerate fashion and will make sure that we create a much more ethical environment for fashion.
Благодарить, спасибо, что ты был с нами, потому что, к сожалению, спешно пора в аэропорт. Он спасибо большое.
Sorry, I have to run.
Well, yeah, now, I mean, for designers to do 6 seasons, it's kind of getting too much. I think that right now the industry is really full, and I do think has to a little bit slow down because it's becoming a little bit too crazy. And then, I mean, also the choices of Galligari of doing what men and women together and giving clothing right after the show. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be the future. It's a lot. I mean, it's like being H&M at a certain point. So, I mean, what you wanted to go against this, you're doing it. So, I mean, it's just something that doesn't really. I mean, time is gonna give the result. But even though it's gonna work, which I do hope, I mean, it's one of those many solutions. So I do think that for a designer that starts, I mean, he or she doesn't have to do 6 collections. He or she does the collection that thinks that can work. I mean, it's true that when you're in a distributor, you need to give constants. So, I mean, it's at least 2 seasons, that's true. But if you're independent and if you manage to go on, if you can decide also to do 1 season a year, I mean, this depends also on the country because, as I said, in scouting worldwide, I mean, now we are going to do a big event in Saudi Arabia, and I met many Saudi Arabian designers, and some of them just do 1 collection a year in summer because in Saudi Arabia the minimum temperature is 40 degrees. So, I mean, it's just, so you have to also think about the country, the different countries. And this is what may change also the industry. Because the fact that new countries where fashion is beginning to be important, it's also new countries where the fashion industry need to listen also their point of view, their rhythm. So, I mean, it's not that since a hot country needs to do autumn winter, why do they need to do autumn winter? Just to satisfy the market? I don't think so. So, I mean, I kind of agree with what Stefan said. I mean, he was very tranchant, which point of view. I agree with him at a certain point. I just think that, I mean, the control is not, everything has to be a little bit back on control, which right now, it's like everyone is having a little bit of a panic attack.
Yeah, I think it's the same. If you think, if you like to say a new student, you have to create 6 collections per year, it's really a panic attack. Because 6 collections, when you say 6, it means 2 menswear, 2 pre-collection, 2 men, women's, right?
I mean, it's about the big ones.
Yeah. I have to suggest this. So clothes, it's a really huge world, with different sections, with different possibilities, because there exists the mass market as Sara, H&M, Bershka, blah blah blah, this kind of world. Exists of course big brands, and now they have their own stores, the mono brands, and that is the only possibilities. Like is right now a barberist. Okay, they made the show about the spring summer, and the day after the clothes was delivered in the stores. But this is possible for the brands also because they have the stores. New designers cannot have their own stores because they have to sell at the multi-brand or the department stores. So you have to be focused in your work in a part of the global clothes system. At the beginning for the new student, or you go, I suggest this inside the maison for make experience on field, or vice versa is much better than to create only 2 collections per year, one for the spring summer, the other one for the autumn winter. You don't need to do too much, just needs to do the right things, the right collection, the right moment with a professional situation around the he or her brands, with PR office, right producer, the commercial part, they can sell the collection, they can give the visibility, because many times are so beautiful samples, beautiful collection in wrong places that nobody sees, in the wrong office that nobody goes. So if you don't show, you don't sell. So this is important, no? To create around you a great team for support the new projects.
Спасибо. И я думаю, последний вопрос, перед тем, как мы приступим к возможным вопросам из зала. Здесь мы говорили еще о таланте, и Сара сказала, что талант будет замечен в любом случае, если это действительно талант, если это действительно стоит того, чтобы его заметить. Но все-таки для молодых дизайнеров какие шаги должны предпринять, чтобы их заметили, чтобы о себе заявить, и может быть какие-то можно и нельзя, что нужно делать, а что делать в том случае нельзя. Буквально несколько слов, что должны делать.
Good question.
Well, to be noticed, there need to be people to go and see him. So, so there has to be people to be curious enough to go and discover them and to give them support. To be noticed, for sure now, Instagram and social network is a way of communicating, but on the other side there has to be always someone that is curious to see them. So like in my case, it's a way of, for me, then I'll answer your question, to scout a little bit, because I mean nowadays, like the last 5 years, it has changed a lot. When I started Vogue Talent, it was me sending emails, and I spent so much time explaining why I was asking so many questions, and asking people, why is she asking all these questions? Now I'm like bombarded by emails, and so a new way also of scouting is also, because you cannot be everywhere at the time, so it's also through Instagram, which is interesting because I personally have a profile, but it's a private profile, and I keep it private not because I'm snob, but because it's a way of scouting, because I have many requests. And by the profile, if there's something that catches me the eye, I contact the designer and ask him or her to send it. So that's a way of scouting. And then we have also a platform which is called Upload Your Talent, which gives the chance to designers, any designer from graduates to upload their work, and then we see it. And if I think it's a good one, we put it online on Vogue. So. Turning back to the question of what a designer needs to have to be seen or noticed, it's a little bit the answer I gave before. It's, I mean, for sure the quality and the message. I mean, the message is very important. The point of view and what he or she wants to transmit. It could be something linked to tradition, to an idea, a very bizarre idea, but it's an idea, it can work. So sometimes it's just the uniqueness of the project that catches the eye of